Depression is a common mental disorder. Globally, more than 264 million people of all ages suffer from depression. It is a leading cause of disability worldwide and is a major contributor to the overall global burden of disease. More women are affected by depression than men. It can lead to suicide. There are effective psychological and pharmacological treatments for moderate and severe depression. Depression is different from usual mood fluctuations and short-lived emotional responses to challenges in everyday life, especially when long-lasting and with moderate or severe intensity. Depression may become a serious health condition. It can cause the affected person to suffer greatly and function poorly at work, at school, and in the family. At its worst, depression can lead to suicide. Close to 8 lakh people die due to suicide every year. Suicide is the second leading cause of death in 15 to 29 years old. Although there are known effective treatments for mental disorders, between 76% and 85% of people in low and middle income countries receive no treatment for their disorder. Barriers to effective care include a lack of resources, lack of trained healthcare providers, and social stigma associated with mental disorders. Another barrier to effective care is inaccurate assessment. In countries of all income levels, people who are depressed are often not correctly diagnosed, and others who do not have the disorder are too often misdiagnosed and prescribed antidepressants. The burden of depression and other mental health conditions is on the rise globally. A World Health Assembly resolution passed in May 2013 has called for a comprehensive, coordinated response to mental disorders at the country level. Depending on the number and severity of symptoms, a depressive episode can be categorized as mild, moderate, or severe. A key distinction is also made between depression in people who have or do not have a history of manic episodes. Both types of depression can be chronic, that is, over an extended period, with relapses, especially if they go untreated. Recurrent depressive disorder is this disorder involves recurrent depressive disorder involves repeated depressive episodes. During these episodes, the person experiences depressed mood, loss of interest and enjoyment, and reduced energy, leading to diminished activity for at least 2 weeks. Many people with depression also suffer from anxiety symptoms, disturbed sleep and appetite, and may have feelings of guilt or low self-worth, poor concentration, and even symptoms that cannot be explained by a medical diagnosis. Depending on the number and severity of symptoms, a depressive episode can be categorized as mild, moderate, or severe. An individual with a mild depressive episode will have some difficulty in continuing with ordinary work and social activities, but will probably not cease to function completely. During a severe depressive episode, it is unlikely that the sufferer will be able to continue with social, work, or domestic activities except to a limited extent. Bipolar affective disorder is a type of depression typically consists of both manic and depressive episodes separated by periods of normal mood. Manic episodes involve elevated or irritable mood, overactivity, pressure of speech, inflated self-esteem, and a decreased need for sleep. Depression results from a complex interaction of social, psychological, and biological factors. People who have gone through adverse life events, such as unemployment, bereavement, psychological trauma, are more likely to develop depression. Depression can, in turn, lead to more stress and dysfunction and worsen the affected person's life situation and depression itself. There are interrelationships between depression and physical health. For example, cardiovascular disease can lead to depression and vice versa. Prevention programs have been shown to reduce depression. Effective community approaches to prevent depression include school-based programs to enhance a pattern of positive thinking in children and adolescents. Interventions for parents of children with behavioral problems may reduce parental depressive symptoms and improve outcomes for their children. Exercise programs for the elderly can also be effective in depression prevention. There are effective treatments for moderate and severe depression. Healthcare providers may offer psychological treatments such as behavioral activation, cognitive behavioral therapy, and interpersonal psychotherapy, or antidepressant medication. Healthcare providers should keep in mind the possible adverse effects associated with antidepressant medication, the ability to deliver either intervention in terms of expertise and or treatment availability, and individual preferences. Different psychological treatment formats for consideration include individual or group face-to-face psychological treatments delivered by professionals and supervised lay therapists. Psychosocial treatments are also effective for mild depression. Antidepressants can be an effective form of treatment for moderate severe depression but are not the first line of treatment for cases of mild depression. They should not be used for treating depression in children and are not the first line of treatment in adolescents, among whom they should be used with extra caution. Depression is one of the priority conditions covered by WHO's Mental Health Gap Action Program. The program aims to help countries increase services for people with mental, neurological, and substance use disorders through care provided by health workers who are not specialists in mental health. WHO has developed brief psychological intervention manuals for depression that may be delivered by lay workers. An example is Problem Management Plus, which describes the use of behavioral activation, relaxation training, problem-solving treatment, and strengthening social support. Moreover, the manual Group Interpersonal Therapy for Depression describes group treatment of depression. Finally, Thinking Healthy covers the use of cognitive behavioral therapy for perinatal depression. Actually, depression is not a simple condition with a known cause. Some people are more susceptible to depressive episodes while others are not. It's important to discuss symptoms with your doctor. There are several possible causes of depression. Depression may be an inherited condition. You may have a higher likelihood of experiencing a depressive disorder at some point in your life. If you have a family member with depression, the exact genes involved are not known. It's believed that many genes may play a factor in causing depression. Some people have noticeable changes in their brains with depression. Even though this potential cause is not understood, it does suggest depression starts with brain function. Some psychiatrists look at brain chemistry with cases of depression. Neurotransmitters in the brain, specifically serotonin, dopamine, or norepinephrine, affect feelings of happiness and pleasure and may be out of balance in people with depression. Antidepressants work to balance these neurotransmitters, mainly serotonin. Also, changes in hormone production or functioning could lead to the onset of depressive states. Any changes in hormone states, including menopause, childbirth, thyroid problems, or other disorders, could cause depression. With postpartum depression, mothers develop symptoms of depression after giving birth. It's normal to be emotional because of the changing hormones, but postpartum depression is a serious condition. It may be seasonal, as daylight hours get shorter in the winter. Many people develop feelings of lethargy, tiredness, and a loss of interest in everyday activities. This condition was called seasonal affective disorder. Now it's known as major depressive disorder with seasonal pattern. Your doctor may prescribe medication or a light box to help treat this condition. The condition also usually goes away once the days get longer. It may be situational. Trauma, a big change or struggle in life can trigger a case of depression. Losing a loved one, being fired, having financial troubles, or undergoing a serious change can have a big impact on people. Brahma Kumari Shivani ji says, live a happy life with enjoy and fun in your life. All depends on your karma. Happiness means when I am stable. The experience of our life gets created here, not there. Life is all about what you are creating, radiating, experiencing, and carrying forward. Whatever we give to others, it comes back to us. If we give a prayer to someone, then the prayer will come back. Anger and anxiety make you tired most. When you are unable to speak your mind clearly, you become angry. Where there is pride, there is a feeling of insult. All the storms do not come to bother your life. Some come also to clean the path of your destiny. He did not call me, so I did not call him. She did not wish me, so I did not wish her. They did not help me, so I did not help them. They are not punctual, so I need not go on time. They are behaving through their sanskars. So why do we copy them? Be yourself, radiate your sanskars always and with everyone.